Got two names, I understand. Which do you prefer to use?
Tommy Robinson, thank you.
Why is it you have two names?
Why do I have two names? It's a good point you said that, actually. I have two names because obviously I wanted to hide my identity. The reason I wanted to hide my identity, this is from Bedfordshire Police. Information suggests that the Muslim community of Luton are agitated by the forthcoming English Defence League demonstration due to be held in Luton. There is a threat to the life of EDL leader Stephen Lennon. This threat is likely to be aggravated by Mr Lennon visiting Luton. You have been advised it is more appropriate if you leave the area for the foreseeable future. This is a matter for you to decide. My family are under 24-hour police protection. So are Gurmit Singh's, one of our Sikh representatives. So are Kevin Carroll's. Right, okay. Why the leadership of this organisation having to have 24-hour, round-the-clock police protection? That's why I used a different name.
Well, possibly okay. Because your supporters...
Obviously now my real name's out there.
Your supporters go on marches chanting Muslim scum. I mean, that might annoy quite a lot of people.
Oh, annoy him, so that's okay for him to come with guns and want to kill us, is it?
Well, okay. you admit that that's what happens on your marches. You go into mixed areas and you chant Muslim scum, is that right?
No, we don't go into mixed areas. We go into city centres where we have genuine grievances. Militant Islam has got a base in this town. I am born and bred in this town. There are many issues, local issues and national issues we want to talk about. We need a platform to talk about because all of our politicians are spineless. Right, none of them speak up for their communities. None of them are telling what's going on in working class.
Does that include chanting at people who look like Muslims, Muslim scum?
So who's chanting at people saying that? Where is this happening?
It is reported from a recent march in Leicester, for example, that there was a stall that appeared to be run by Muslims, and that as your members were marching by, they chanted Muslim scum. Do you deny that?
I wasn't there, mate. I don't know. I can't speak. If 5,000 people turn up in Luton tomorrow, I can't account for what every single one of them are doing. But our main organisation, we don't condemn the whole of Islam because 4 people blew themselves up. If a minority within our organisation chant things like that,
Alan, stay with us. We're having problems with Mr Robinson.
So I don't do that or say that.
Right, you don't say that, but I mean, I've been looking at your website and I think we can probably see the advertisement you've got for tomorrow's march. There it is, English Defence League, Luton, back where it all began, no surrender against militant Islam. And there your symbol is a man looking fairly threatening, wearing a mask. Do you think having...
that symbol's me. That's me.
Yeah, but why are you wearing a mask then? I mean, because most people would see people wearing masks in demonstrations.
Excuse me. As I've just told you, that was 2 years ago. When we started this, we wanted to make a stand and speak up for our community. We had to wear masks because, funny enough, Muslims come round our houses and attack us. As I've just showed you from Bedfordshire Police, my family are under 24-hour police protection.
Yeah, but as I understand it, do you support the police?
My family wouldn't be...
Do you support the police?
I do support the police wholeheartedly.
I think marching through town centres wearing masks is not something that the police would necessarily endorse, is it?
You're not listening, are you? You're not listening. That was for my family's safety. Do you not understand that?
Yeah, but you've chosen to put that picture on your website. I'm asking you why.
Because that's the symbolic picture from when this organisation started in Luton. That is what put it on the world's news. That is what brought this organisation to the whole country's attention, that demonstration in Luton. And that demonstration was born out of years of frustration of an inability to deal with militant Islam in our towns and cities. We're living here. The working class communities are living here side by side with terrorists.
So, well, there's a difference. There is a difference even between militant Islam and militant Islamists and terrorists. Would you accept that? That only a small minority of people who
a difference between militant Islam
and terrorists, yeah.
I'm talking about militant Islam in the fact of the people who want to blow themselves up.
You've just used militant Islam. You've just used militant Islam and Islamism and terrorists as synonyms. I'm saying, would you accept that not all people who are militant believers in Islam are necessarily terrorists?
I don't think you know what. I'm sorry. I don't think you know what Islamism is. Islamism is the political wing of Islam. Islamist groups are Hamas. They're terrorist groups. So I don't think you know what Islamism means.
Well,
so Islamism, terrorists. I'll say it again. That's who we're against.
Hamas are also democratically elected government
whose first article in their chart, whose first article in their charter is there will not be the final day of judgment until Israel is obliterated off the map. That's their first article in their charter. So do you agree with that elected government, or do you? Why they are listed by the British government as a terrorist organisation? That's who Hamas are. Okay, so if we're going to have a debate over who Hamas are, the problem is Sharia law, the problem is militant Islam, it's in our towns and cities, we're making a stand against it, we want politicians, we want our leaders to talk about these issues. We've had enough of Islamic extremism.
But
that's what we've had enough of. We are not the problem. We are simply the problem.
You say you're not the problem. As I understand it, there are going to be 2,000 police on the streets tomorrow in Luton, that they've asked you not to be present at the march, as you say yourself, because there's a danger. And it would seem that you want to draw attention to your cause of dislike of Sharia, which is a perfectly acceptable position.
I don't want to draw attention
by having confrontation on the streets.
It's not confrontation. Islam rules with fear and violence. Okay? If I don't come tomorrow, they've won through fear and violence again. I'm not bowing down, the English Defence League are not bowing down, the British public are no longer bowing down. We're talking about these issues. We want an open and public debate on Sharia law, we want a closure of all Sharia law courts, we want Islamic extremism dealt with, we want to be free people in our towns and cities again. That's what we want, that's why we're coming. We're not coming for a confrontation. If we wanted to come for a confrontation, we'd be going to the Islamic area, wouldn't we? We're going to our town centre right here. We're avoiding the Islamic area, we're having our demonstration as early as possible. The English Defence League have negotiated fully with the police. Have the Muslim Defence League? No, they haven't. They're not talking to the police. They're going to run around these streets tomorrow and cause mayhem. Let's start talking about them.
Well, we will be covering the march tomorrow. Thank you very much indeed for being with us, Mr. Robinson there.